Hey guys, I am Janak Mandagode and today I am going to tell you some interesting facts about ocean. Hey guys, so now start talking about ocean. What is ocean? Ocean is a water body or or place in which water is present which is saline or is filled with salt. So now let's start by basic. There are 5 oceans on earth named as Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean and Southern Ocean. Oceans, there are coral reefs. These corals eat plastic. Yes, it's a fact. And the fact is also that corals are not plants, but still they rely on photosynthesis to survive. They are actually animals and are amazingly enough relatives of jellyfish and anemones. Coral reefs are also very important as they give us both money as well as medicines. According to NOAA, coral reef plants and animals are important sources of new medicines being developed to treat cancer, arthritis, human bacterial infections, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, viruses, and other diseases. It is also helping to protect shorelines from storm damage. But destroying just 1 kilometer of coral reef means loss of much money that the tourists will give. Nearly 60% of the world coral reefs are threatened by human activities. Guys, now let's talk about the ocean in depth. There are 3 zones in which fishes live. They are the sunlit zone, the twilight zone, and the midnight zone. The sunlit zone is the brightest and warmest of the zones. Plant and algae can grow here as it is home to a huge variety of animals. Is the shallow of the ocean but is more crowded with creatures than the other zone. The twilight zone. In it, most of the creatures that live on the seafloor are found in the twilight zone. Only filtered sunlight reaches here, so the light is dim. Many animals in this zone have big eyes or glow in the dark. In the midnight zone, there are animals like anglerfish, etc. living. The midnight zone is pitch black and cold. Animals here have a special way of finding food in the dark. The deepest part of the zone is called the abyss. Now let's talk about oceanic zones. Oceanographers divide the oceans into different vertical zones defined by physical and biological conditions. The pelagic zone includes all open ocean regions and can be divided into further regions categorized by depth and light abundance. The photic zone includes the oceans from the surface to a depth of 200 meters. It is the region where photosynthesis can occur and is therefore the most biodiverse. Corals also occur in these areas. Because plants require photosynthesis, life found deeper than the photic zone must either rely on material sinking from above or find another energy source. Hydrothermal vents are the primary source of energy in what is known as the aphotic zone, depths exceeding 200 meters. The pelagic part of the photic zone is known as epipelagic. The pelagic part of the aphotic zone can be further divided into vertical regions according to temperature. The mesopelagic is the uppermost region. Its lowermost boundary is at thermocline of 12 degrees Celsius, which in the tropics generally lies at 700 to 1000 meters. Next is the bathypelagic, lying between 10 degrees and 4 degrees Celsius, typically between 700 to 1000 meters, 2300 to 3300 feet, and 2000 to 4000 meters. Lying along the top of the abyssal plain is the abyssopelagic, whose lower boundary lies at about 6000 meters, 20,000 feet. The last zone includes the deep oceanic trench and is known as Hadal Pelagic. This lies between 6,000 to 11,000 meters, 20 to 36,000 feet, and is the deepest oceanic zone. The benthic zones are aphotic and correspond to the 3 deepest zones of the deep sea. The bathyal zone covers the continental slope down to about 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet. The abyssal zone covers the abyssal plains between 4,000 and 6,000 meters. Lastly, the hadal zone corresponds to the hadal pelagic zone, which is found in oceanic trenches. The pelagic zone can be further subdivided into two subregions, the neritic zone and the oceanic zone. Encompasses the water mass directly above the continental shelves, whereas the oceanic zone includes all the completely open water. In contrast, the littoral zone covers the region between low and high tide and represents the transitional area between marine and terrestrial conditions. It is also known as the intertidal region because it is the area where tide level affects the conditions of the region. If a zone undergoes dramatic changes in temperature with depth, it contains a thermocline. The tropical thermocline is typically deeper than the thermocline at higher latitudes. Polar waters, which receive relatively little solar energy, are not stratified by temperature and generally lack a thermocline because surface water at polar latitudes are nearly as cold as water at greater depths. Below the thermocline, water is very cold, ranging from -1 degree Celsius to 3 degrees Celsius. Because this deep and cold layer contains the bulk of ocean water, the average temperature of the world ocean is 3.9 degrees Celsius. If a zone undergoes dramatic changes in salinity with depth, it contains a halocline. If a zone undergoes a strong vertical chemistry gradient with depth, it contains a chemocline. The halocline often coincides with the thermocline, and the combination produces a pronounced pycnocline. I will continue this video in the second part of All About Ocean. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.